Hello and welcome to my world of crochet. My name is Dina and today I'm here with you for another yarn haul video. And as always, we cannot talk yarn and yarn related content without me having my faithful mug here, which today contains a lovely English breakfast tea. In fact, it's a tea that I received all the way from America in some Hobbii mail this summer. And it's this Twinings Probiotics English breakfast. So yeah, it's just a classic black tea that apparently supports my immune health. I must admit I've never seen a black tea before that contains probiotics, but I can tell after having tasted it, it feels like a pretty good ordinary, without being rude, but in a positive way, ordinary black English breakfast tea. It really does. But more importantly, today is my yarn haul video, and today's yarn haul is from Hobbii. And if I'm not wrong, this is like my 14th official yarn haul Hobbii video. So I'm just gonna check because I do actually have a number count on it somewhere. Now I am curious, but I do believe it's my 14th haul ever, which I've shared with you here on YouTube. Just one moment. Indeed, it's my 14th haul, and it's a pretty big packet. I've not having a lot of different yarns in this haul. I have three different types. And I do have an array of different colors and so on, because I do obviously have a good project in mind for them. So yeah, let's open this and see where it will get us. And we will take the yarns one by one and discuss my plans or the main reason for getting them. And I'm going to put it a bit on the side. So the first yarn I got, which is squeezed, probably due to the shipping, is this lovely Honey Bunny yarn from Hobbii. And I do adore this bunny. It is lovely. And it's super soft. This feels like a very, very nice yarn. It's obviously a chenille yarn. And as a chenille yarn, we know they are usually 100% polyester. And so is the Honey Bunny here from Hobbii. It's a white, very white, and it's also the name of the color here. It's white, as you can see, quite white. It's Oeko-Tex branded 100, which means it's tested against any harmful substances. It's a colorway 1, which is white. And from 100% polyester here, we have 100 grams in the scale. And for those 100 grams, which is 3.5 ounces, you get 120 meters of yarn. That equals 131 yards. This chenille is slightly thicker than some of the other chenille yarns I've worked with, but not like a lot. They recommend a crochet hook of 7 millimeters or knitting needles 6, which is like US size 10. You can wash them at 40 degrees Celsius, though that's about 104 Fahrenheit. And you cannot dry clean. Well, you can dry clean. Don't bleach, don't tumble dry, leave that to dry, don't iron, can be dry bleached or dry cleaned. When I squeeze it, it has this sort of funky sound though, but I think it's due to this velvety feeling going across one another. It's a really, really lovely, soft yarn, lovely soft chenille yarn. So why did I get chenille yarns? I got this because I'm going to make a project for Christmas. I have some, it sounds a bit funny to say nieces, but they're probably my second nieces or something like that. It's the daughters of my niece, and they are really, really mad about horses, like that was crazy, which is positive. I loved horses when I was a child as well. I still do. I just don't interact with them as much as I used to. But I think they're lovely animals, and they love horses. They're very young. And I thought and I checked with my cousin, and I'm going to make them some unicorn plushies, basically. So a white unicorn, and then they're gonna get the hair, or the mane and tail, is gonna be in the children's favorite color, which doesn't have to be the same color. So that's a perfect way for them to tell apart which plushie is whose. So that's basically the idea, but I don't have all the materials ordered from Hobbii. I had to do that in 2 different orders, so you will see that in the next yarn haul video. But this honey bunny, I got 8 of these, so that I know that I have more than enough for the project. So I'm just gonna slowly grab out these 8, and I do see that the bag of yarn is a really mixed bag. Like, I just picked out 3 of these honey bunny, but if I take the bag and see if I can even sort of show it to you guys, then you can see it's still like a very mixture of everything. So it's a big pile of whatever goes. So I'm just basically gonna take them out as they come. I do have the packing label, not to discount. Make an unboxing. Yes, video and win. I have. This is my unboxing video, please, Hobbii. I just need to tag it Hobbii unboxing. I will. Maybe I can win some stuff. And a lovely pack note. But I could win 25 skeins of their Hobbii Friends cotton. Of course, my Hobbii candy, not to say, because that's quite important, I think. So yeah, I have a bunch of this honey bunny yarn, and I see that it's all one big mess. Let me see if I can get it out a bit. Well, they seem to be in the bottom, so I'll let them lay in the bottom, and I'll show you this other yarn that I got, which you saw in the quick sneak peek when I lifted up the bag, is this lovely Tweed Dreams from Hobbii. This is a very nice feeling acrylic, and it is a premium acrylic. Hobbii has this lovely pattern where they use this. I adore green. I've always been a sucker for green. Green and red is really my colors. Well, good bright blue. I don't go away for either. But I really enjoy green. And they had this crocheted sweater in exactly this yarn and everything. And I'm like, I have to own that sweater. When I saw it, when they released the pattern, I'm like, I have to have it. Then, if you remember, a bit ago, I posted a video where I had found some yarn on the Facebook Marketplace, and that contained exactly this yarn, just not enough skeins to complete that pattern. I was a few skeins short. And I now hope, even though they are probably not the same dye lot, I do hope that they match each other so well that you cannot see that I have skeins from a different order. And to ensure that I had enough, like really enough, because I'm not really sure what size I will be crocheting yet. It depends on obviously when I start on the project, and I have a few projects I want to finish first, but now I have the yarn because there was a good sale on them. And I got 6 of them. Whoops, 6. And this color, this lovely green color in the Tweed Dreams, is the colorway 25. And the 25 is actually called Spring Leaves. And yeah, maybe it is spring color. It is a lightly, yeah, maybe it's a good sweater for spring. Maybe that's what I need to do. But it's a very gorgeous, gorgeous color. I absolutely are in love. And I really hope that the dye lots match up. It might not, but if that's the case, then luckily 6 skeins can still do some damage. I can make a sweater for a child, and the other skeins I have, I can also do some damage in the sense of a smaller sized adult sweater, if that's what I want. So I have enough yarn for different to make it work as well in the event that these dye lots absolutely don't match up. We will see. I generally think that dyeing of yarn has improved a lot by the years, and being a premium acrylic, I have faith and hope that these dye lots actually match up. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the Tweed Dreams here. It's a 100% acrylic polyacryl, and it's a premium acrylic, in fact. And each skein here are 50 grams, so that's 1.75 ounces. For those 50 grams, you get a straight 100 meters of yarn, so that's equally 109 yards. They recommend a crochet hook of 4 millimeter for this type of yarn. It's a light 3 weight, so like a DK weight, a good classic DK weight yarn here. And I do agree with that assessment. It can be washed at 30 degrees, so that's 84 Fahrenheit, 84, 85 Fahrenheit. Don't iron it. It can be tumble dried at low, so tumble dry at low if you should want to tumble dry it. Lay flat to dry is also an option. Can be dry cleaned. Do not bleach and do not iron. This yarn is designed in Denmark and it's made or produced in Turkey with love, obviously, for Hobbii. And it's Oeko-Tex branded 100, which means it's tested against any sort of harmful substances. In fact, my experience is all yarns from Hobbii are Oeko-Tex branded 100, which is a very, very nice thing to know, that your yarns are not or have not undergone harmful substances during its production and things like that. So yeah, I have 6 of these lovely Tweed Dreams. Looks like the rest of my Honey Bunny was put in as a pack, which makes good sense, because if they come 5 in a pack, that's the remaining, which makes the 8 in total that I ordered. So I'm not really gonna take them out of that bag. It still feels nice. It's a nice, yes, it's a nice, I like it. I'm happy with that chenille. So the rest I got is lots of this French cotton, 4.8 quality. And I got a range of different ones. So the first one I got is this French cotton, which is 100% cotton from Hobbii. So this is Hobbii Friends, is a new brand that Hobbii have. Well, not that new anymore. It's probably like a year old or so. But Hobbii Friends is this line they have of different types of yarn where, if I'm now going to tell you this is a colorway 26, if I pick up colorway 26 in their wool or in their any kind of other brand they have, they also have the Friends wheels. If I pick up colorway 26, it's gonna be the same exact color. So you can match them up if you are going to make a project of different kinds of yarn weights and yarn types, etc. You can easily match them up because the color will match. They like guarantee you the colors are always the same depending on, like colorway 26 will be the same. And this colorway 26 is one they named dark yellow. And I do agree it's a dark yellow. Almost like a sun yellow, maybe like a dark sun yellow. But yeah, so all the Hobbii Friends, basically all this color numbers, they match no matter if it's the wool yarn or if it's a cotton yarn or if it's, yeah, I think that, or acrylic for that sense, I think that's really nice. That's a great concept. Also Oeko-Tex branded 100, as we know. And it's made in India, this yarn, this cotton yarn, 100% cotton. This skein is 50 grams, and for those 50 grams you get, 50 grams again is 1.75 ounces, and for those 50 grams you get 160 meters, so that's 174 yards. They recommend a crochet hook of 3 to 3.5 millimeter to go with this. If it's white, it can be washed at 95 degrees, so that's really like boiling temperature. This is not white, this is colored. And then they recommend not washing it above 40 degrees, so that's this 104 Fahrenheit. It can be dry cleaned, don't bleach, don't tumble dry, and it can be ironed. And it's like for cotton, it has a nice feel to it. It's a good, nice cotton, standard cotton feel. Can be used for many things. This is very possible, not final decision, because I do have some other yellow, going to be the horn on that unicorn plushies, or I'm going to make 2 plushies for Christmas as presents. Gonna be a horn. That was at least the idea when I ordered this. It could be I have another yellow I might use instead. I haven't completely decided. I will kind of compare and pick the right one when I go, but I should have enough for it. Or I hope I have enough for 2. We will see. But I do believe I do. Else, a good reason to order some more, right? So yeah, that's the reason I got this one. So colorway 26 is the one they call dark yellow. And the rest in my bag is also this lovely Friends Cotton 8-4, which means that I'm not gonna read up all the yarn specs of the rest. I'm just gonna take them one by one and we can talk about the color names and the other things I might have to use it for. I got one here, which is a rose color, and it's a colorway 44. Colorway 44 is also the one they call rose, so that's fitting. This might be the mane and tail of the unicorn, not completely final decided, but it's a possibility. And I also have a darker one to kind of make some color interferences, like color changes to make it more colorful, I would say. And that's the colorway here, which is the colorway 45. And 45 is the one they call Candy Floss. Yeah, it could be a Candy Floss color. And they also go pretty well together and would be a nice change for whatever main coloring. Then I do have a bunch of blues with various intent and ideas behind. Some of them is going to be light blue main and some of them is for a different project. So this is the colorway 77, and the colorway 77 is the color they call Arctic Blue. And yes, I can see this is an Arctic blue. It's a light blue, but it does have a little bit of a cold blue, steel blue feeling to it. Arctic Blue is this one. Then I have, and I'm not sure if that's right order or anything, but I'm just picking them out here. This is a colorway 84. 84 here is the colorway they name French Blue. So it's a brighter solid blue. French Blue is this one. Then I have this one, which is a lovely, gorgeous blue. It's a really, really vibrant, I would almost call it a cobalt blue, maybe. It's a colorway 93, and 93 is the one they call a lapis blue. So this is lapis or lapis blue. Gorgeous blue. We have here, it's a little bit more like a teal greenish blue. It's a colorway 91. 91 is the one they call aqua. So yeah, I can see this as like an ocean blue in a more like Caribbean sea or so, but a bit on a deeper depths. Definitely aqua. Yeah, I can see that for me. Then I have here also, it's also like a blue tealish color. It's a colorway 90. The colorway 90 is the one they call a Capri blue. So just to compare aqua, Capri, aqua. And we can also do this, that would be the French blue and the lapis blue. So they do have some similarities here. Then we have, let me see, this one is the colorway 94 and it's called turquoise. And I do agree, this is turquoise. Yes, teal, basically. Turquoise is another word for teal, at least that's how I was taught. It might be wrong. If that's wrong, you will let me know in the comments down below. But this is the one they call turquoise. Then they also have one called a pastel green, and I do believe that's this one because it does look pastel green. It's a colorway 100, and yes, here on my nose it does say pastel green. So, and that's definitely a pastel green. These, as you can see, also work really well together. Then I have, and now I'm going into where I'm not sure which is which, but we'll tell them. This is the 104, colorway 104. And colorway 104 is the one they call Shamrock. Shamrock, I instantly think about Ireland and shamrocks, basically. Yeah, St. Patrick's Day kind of thing. I love this green. It's really a gorgeous, gorgeous green. I love this vibrant green. Then I have this one, which is another green. Lots of green right now. Basically everything left is a sort of green. This is a colorway 105, and that's the one they called Emerald. And yes, I can see this being a very solid emerald green. I do, again, enjoy that. I do like green, so of course it's pleasure unboxing these. We have here colorway 103. 103 is the colorway they call Parakeet. Parakeet is a bird. Or a type of bird. And I can see this being like an exotic bird green. And just to compare it with this shamrock, you can see they are pretty close actually, but they are different. And they are different. So shamrock and parakeet. And why did I get both? I got both because I wasn't completely sure which colors would actually match best. And sometimes it's difficult to see when you're viewing on the color sheet on the internet, on the website. And I got all these because I am obviously going to make a project with them where they are all sort of related, but yeah, we're not done yet. Then I have here the colorway 111. 111 is the one we call a jungle green, and it's definitely a dark jungle green. And then I have here 112. 112 is the one we call a bottle green. So, and somehow they do remind me, being Danish, this color does remind me of the old green beer bottles from companies like Carlsberg and Tuborg, which is like big Danish beer bottle companies. For the Americans, you can compare that to Budweiser. And their bottles used to be in this sort of dark green glass. And this color does remind me of them. So bottle green, I think, is a really good choice for that color name. And then I have just one more left this time around. And that's colorway 104. And that's the one they call black. So this is just a pure black yarn. It's good for making face structures for amigurumis, or as a border for something, etc. A black can basically be used everywhere, and yeah, it was time to pick up a black. So that was a lot of French cotton, and there was a lot of green and a lot of blues. And what am I gonna make from it? So when I was making this order, I always wanted to make like one of the Hobbii shawls called, they have the jasmine tea shawl, and they have the Moroccan. And I did get, and they're both paid patterns. Let me see if I can actually find it. They're both paid patterns, and therefore I wanted to get, I do believe it's a Moroccan tea, something like that, shawl. And I'm looking forward to make it. And that one is actually made in blues and purples. But most of the purples that I would need for it were sold out at the time I made this order. So instead I was like, okay, but blues and greens could be really gorgeous as well. So I looked at how many was used for each, and I tried to get enough of those according to the pattern of what I needed for each to make it in a different colored version. And I got the pattern downloaded, and I can make that whenever I feel like starting on it. That's gonna be a project that I have to concentrate on, a lot of new stitches for me. But again, as you know, I do not shy away from a challenge. I absolutely don't. In fact, I'm actually looking forward to start on that, and I do enjoy making shawls, even though they take forever. But the progress seems more visible than they do on, for example, blankets. So yes, I'm going to make that shawl in these colors, and hopefully I won't regret the color choices I've made. Time will show. And I think that was pretty much for this wrap up of this yarn haul video from Hobbii this time around. It was a pleasure sharing, and of course some of these yarns were discounted or on sale when I bought them, because I believe Hobbii has a lot of amazing yarns, but they really work best when they're on sale, because that's when you get the best prices for them. And they do have regular sales on more or less all their yarns. It's just about, if you don't desperately need the yarn for a project, but you don't mind waiting a month, sometimes maybe 2 months, there is a big chance that that yarn that you're waiting on will go on sale again. So it's just about staying tuned and be patient, because if you're like me, you are having plenty of enough yarns to do some sort of other project while you're waiting on that yarn that you want to go on sale. That's my recommendation for when shopping on Hobbii, of course. That's pretty much it for now. Thank you for watching this yarn haul. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to working with these yarns, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again in a new video. Take care until then, and happy crafting. Bye.